Hello and welcome to a pregnancy Q&A. We're gonna be answering all of your questions today about our little baby. Why did you do that so awkwardly?
I don't know.
So if you don't know, I'm Keeley and this is my husband Scott and we're having a baby. Okay, question number 1 comes from our friend Cynthia Reyes on Instagram. How far along are you on your pregnancy? I am currently 3 months pregnant and our baby is due in September. A lot of people were like, you already have a bump, I can't believe it. And I was like, we've been hiding it for 3 months, so.
Yeah. Were you scared at all when you found out? Yes.
You were scared?
Still.
You're still scared? If you saw my reaction, I was like in shock and like joyful at the same time. Like I was crying and I was laughing at the same time.
There's like a little bit of fear every day.
I think that's a good answer. We have a healthy amount of fear. How many kids do you want to have and how many does Scott want to have?
Put up the number of kids you want to have with your hands in 3, 2, 1. 3 to 5.
No, I thought you were saying 8 kids.
No,
it was like
3-5.
I'm already not thriving with this first pregnancy. We'll see if I can finish this one and be done. I don't know. How big is the baby this week?
They're as big as a lime, but they're also as big as a pool ball, a billiards ball.
That's crazy.
That's crazy to think about. Look at that. How have you been feeling?
Tired.
I've been feeling...
No, tired, sick, nauseous, throwing up, horribly sick, can't sleep, always hungry, so hungry that I'm getting nauseous and I throw up because I'm hungry, but then if I eat, I still throw up. So yeah, it's been a really, really hard first trimester, but I'm hoping that I'm gonna start feeling better soon because it has been getting like less and less in the last week.
On a real note, for I would say probably the first time in our marriage, I feel like powerless. Like I can't do anything. Like I can get you stuff. It might help, it might not.
He's been a really good partner in this, helping me out through all of it.
I've been amazing. I've been awesome. Do you think Preston will be a good uncle? Well, Garson the Masked Master. Well, so us and Preston and Bree already have 3 nieces from
Yeah, I don't think people
Dakin
know
and
that.
Olga.
Yeah, like a lot of people were like, oh, Preston's finally gonna be an uncle. And I was like, he's been an uncle for like 7 years.
I think he's a good uncle, but I think I'm a better uncle.
Who do you think's the most excited for y'all's kid?
I think Dakin and Olga.
They've been parents for 8 years now, and I think they're really excited to have
more parents in the family.
more parents, yeah.
Is there a specific gender you want and what baby names do you have in mind? And lastly, are you guys ready to be parents? They really give us a loaded question.
I'm leaning towards wanting the oldest to be a boy.
I really don't care if it's a boy or a girl, honestly.
What baby names do you have in mind? I really don't want to share that, to be honest.
We've actually had quite a
working.
few disagreements on what we like as names. Are you guys ready to be parents? I don't think anybody's ready to be parents when they have a baby. I think you figure it out as you go.
I feel like we're preparing well, asking a lot of questions. User Define wants to know, what are your weirdest pregnancy cravings?
I really haven't had a lot of weird cravings because I haven't wanted to eat at all. The hardest thing has been like food just tastes disgusting, like no matter what it is.
But this week it started.
But this week it started fading and I have had a couple cravings. Mainly mashed potatoes.
Potato!
But I think it's just because I know if I eat mashed potatoes, it's easy to throw up.
And Texas Roadhouse rolls. She went the other night with her friend and they drove 30 minutes there, waited an hour for it to go order, and drove 30 minutes.
I was so hungry, I was like, I need food right this second. So I placed the order and I told him, I said, I'm pregnant, I need you to get me my rolls now and not wait for my order. And he goes, yes, ma'am.
Good for him. Yes, ma'am, what else can I get you?
So he brought me an entire bag of rolls.
All right, what has been the best part about pregnancy? Congratulations on the baby, love you both so much. Thanks. Thank you so much.
So like, I really enjoyed finding things to hyperfixate and learn about, like strollers. What about you?
Talking like to the baby, building that connection's been kind of tough, but times when we like talk to them because they're there.
Just like with any relationship, friendship, or anything, you have to grow that connection and stuff. And so, but I feel like as I'm growing more of a bump and like we're going to more appointments and ultrasounds, it's like, okay, they're like really in there. There's actually like a baby. Yeah. Did you have a feeling you were pregnant before you actually knew? I kind of mentioned it in the reaction video, but yeah, the whole week before I tested, I had a lot of symptoms that I typically don't have with like my cycle. So like, I typically don't cramp super bad and I was cramping really bad. I was craving weird foods. I was really sleepy. I was taking like 2 to 3 hour naps like every single day. But on top of that, like we were trying and we were planning on, you know, wanting to have a child. Oh, actually, I want to share this really cool thing. We were road tripping actually the week before we found out. And I was praying and I was like, Lord, like I really want to have a baby. Like I really want to be pregnant this month. Right then and there, I saw a shooting star. So like that to me was like, okay, I know, I'm pregnant. Are you guys doing a birth video? We do plan on having one.
Maybe not labor video.
You usually have contractions for a few days leading up, unless it's like a super quick birth, but usually you might be in labor for like 24 hours or something.
Yeah. Alan, you're gonna be at the labor, right?
Nope. I will not be at the labor. Calling in
We
sick.
will be hiring a birth videographer specifically. We'll give you guys some content, so you guys will obviously get to be a part of some experience because we want to capture that for our memory and for our kids' memory. But also, you guys have been such a huge part of my life. Are you nervous about giving birth? Yes, of course. This is my first kid, of course. I'm nervous, but I've also had a lot of conversations with people that have made me very hopeful.
This one's pretty funny. This is from Carter Loves Baseball, but I think he got this from, we said baby Ellis is coming. His question is his name actually going to be Ellis?
Yeah, I don't think people realize our name is Keeley and Scott Ellis.
Yes.
So baby Ellis
That's
is
the
just
last name.
our last name.
It's not gonna be Ellis. Okay, are Daisy and Poppy acting more protective around you? Probably about 2 weeks before we found out we were pregnant, we thought something was up because the dogs were like sniffing her belly, laying on her belly.
Yeah, being
You know,
very,
they
very
didn't know.
affectionate. They say that dogs can like hear a fetal heartbeat like at like 8 weeks. So for the last few weeks, Poppy has been laying on my tummy like every single day. They've been super snuggly and they're not usually like that. Are there any books, websites, or resources you found particularly helpful during your pregnancy? I have been reading What to Expect When Expecting, which is like a classic. Honestly, a lot of my education come from TikTok. I'm reading another book called The Natural Mama, which is about like natural birth and birth center experience.
Out of all of our siblings, who do you think will spoil your baby the most?
I think Brie.
Caleb's wife, Ari.
I think we'll get a lot of hand-me-downs from Big and Olga.
My sister is so excited. I think she's gonna like send us
Oh
stuff
yeah, I
all
was
the
gonna
time.
say, your sister's gonna send a lot too. We're gonna have to put a cap.
We don't have room for what we already own, so wow, that's just a new fear unlocked. What do you think she's gonna look more like? They think it's a girl.
They think it's a girl. They said, who do you think she's gonna look more like?
So it'd be cool if one of our kids had red hair.
If it's a boy, it has brown curly hair and brown eyes. And if it's a girl, I think it's gonna have dirty blonde or potentially red hair.
Kiki's World asked that she dares you to use AI to see what the baby might look like.
Wait, I've done that before.
We already have.
This is what I
They'll
feel
put it
like
up
the
here.
boy will look like. I really feel like this is
I
kind
could
of
see
accurate.
this. All I know is they're gonna be cute. Both of us were cute babies.
They were really
This is super cute. This girl has adorable overalls. This one,
This one looks like your sister.
I think this one looks so much like you.
I started gagging because I'm hungry. So I had Scott get me tortilla chips.
One of my fears is that I'm not gonna have something in the house that satisfies her craving. Or that she asks me at midnight to go somewhere that's far away.
I tried to wake you up to make me a peanut butter and jelly in the middle of the night last night.
I didn't wake up?
It was like 2 a.m. I was like, babe, wake up.
I didn't wake up.
And I was like, I'm so nauseous, I need to eat right now. And you were like, what do you need? I was like, can you give me peanut butter and jelly?
I have no recollection of this. Oh my gosh, I'm so worried. When everyone says like you don't get any sleep the first couple months, I just don't do well. I get grumpy when I don't sleep, and so I don't know what's gonna happen.
Were you guys planning to have a baby or was it a surprise? It was planned in the sense of like December 31st, 2022, I said, Lord, give me a dream for 2023. The next morning, January 1st, 2023, I had a dream where I was holding a baby and I heard a voice in the dream say, by the end of 2023, you're gonna have a baby. We live in a 1-bedroom condo, like Lord, your will be done, but we'll just see what happens. In November, the Lord just like gently reminded me, and he was like, hey, remember that dream I gave you? And I was like, yeah, and he was like, and I was like, oh. Okay, so
God said.
yeah, I was like, and so we did. We started trying, and then 2 months later, I found it on December 31st, the last day of the year.
Wait, can you elaborate? You tried what?
Kissing. Are you guys going to do a gender reveal? I'm praying for you guys. White heart emoji. Thank you so much, by the way.
Yeah, so we're planning to do a video where we test old wives' tales here soon. That'll be our next video. It's trying a bunch of different myths and stuff to see if it's a girl or a boy. And then we will be doing a video where we have a full gender reveal party and sharing the gender with all of our friends and family and you guys. So I'm really excited about that because I've been dying to know if it's a boy or girl. I literally got the email the other day from our birth center and they're like, this contains the gender, so don't look at it. And I was like, I could just click it right now, but I'm not going to, but I could. And I was like, oh.
So I sent that document to my phone and deleted it off her phone because she doesn't think she has the self-control.
You guys are so awesome. Any ideas for nursery themes? Yes, so if it's a boy, I want to do like adventure themed. Yeah, you can pop some pictures up here. Like State Park, mountainy, like very...
Rock climbing wall,
Yeah, very
maybe.
Scott vibes. And then...
It's just gonna be like a man cave that also has a baby.
And then if it's a girl, it's gonna be like very dainty princess, floral. I don't know the theme, it's just like this. Lots of greens, pinks, flowers.
Where did those pictures go?
Cottage.
Where do you want them to put the pictures? Are y'all gonna track that? Okay. Are you going to show the baby's face for vids? By the way, congrats on the baby. I'm so happy for you.
I think that we will be showing the baby's face now and then. Obviously, we don't want to exploit our kid for content. But I think like I'm an influencer. I like to show me and Scott on date nights now and then. I like to show my family, and I'm sure I'll want to show my kid to you guys. And then once they're able to start communicating, if they don't want to be in content or be online, we'll obviously respect that.
Probably more on Instagram than YouTube though, so
Yeah.
go follow Keeley.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Will your baby have a YouTube channel when they're older or be part of yours?
Up to them.
Up to them on once they are able to start communicating on if they want to be in content or not. Because they may love it, like I loved being on camera as a kid, or they may hate it. And if they hate it, then we're not gonna force them to.
We'll figure out our parenting philosophy as we go, I guess.
Yeah.
Congratulations! My question is, will you take a break from YouTube when the baby is born?
I'm gonna say more than likely, y'all probably see the birth vlog, and then I'm out for like 2 months, honestly.
Honestly, yeah. It'll be super low lift vlogs if anything goes out for probably at least the 8 weeks to follow, but we really have no idea, like if it's a really long recovery process.
Yeah.
We have no way of knowing.
But that doesn't mean that, you know, Daisy and Poppy will be taking a break. I'm sure we'll be uploading over there on that channel, and maybe there'll be other channels or things like that to keep us around during that time. Maybe a Scott channel, maybe a podcast.
Ooh.
I just have to sit down and talk all day. But nobody wants to hear me talk, do they?
Everyone does.
2.6 million people do.
We will put out the content that we can put out while prioritizing Keeley's recovery.
Yeah.
So that's just sort of blanket, broad, but that's what the priority is gonna be. Congratulations, I'm so happy for you. And Scott, question, do you have anything that is a must learn or know for your kid? Tons. Math.
So like when they're young, obviously we'll raise them like going to the church that we go to. And Scott, like he said, loves math and science. I'm sure he'll teach them those things. I love music, and I'm sure I'll teach them how to play piano if they want to. They're gonna be their own person, and as they grow, they'll develop their own beliefs, their own interests. If they like piano more than math, then we'll put them in piano classes. If they like math more than piano, I'm not gonna be offended.
Yeah. What's interesting that we've discovered about ourselves, because I went to public school and then she was homeschooled. We have a couple years to figure that out of what we want to do, where we want our kids to go. But that's just like, our mindsets are different when it comes to education. Like mine's like, this is right, this is correct or incorrect. And she's like, well, it's subjective. When it comes to art, like that's like freeing for her. Like I'm more of a perfectionist. She's like, it's good the way it is. When it comes to like budgeting,
What, you just like out here roasted me. Like you've completely missed.
I roasted myself too.
What happened to the original plot?
I don't know. We kind of answered this one, but thank you. I think your name's Autumn. Thank you, Autumn.
Speed round, you ready?
Yeah.
Does Scott actually love you for love or content?
I love her because I love her.
You got choked up.
I was burping. I love her because I love her, but
You know how I know you love me? You didn't have any social media or know what YouTube was when you met me.
I did not know who Preston was. I did not know who she was. I didn't like social media at the time. I really didn't. She sort of opened up my eyes to like the good things about it.
He loves me for me, but now he also loves me for content.
And she's really cute when I met her. And now.
What you said was. Next question. Why were you hiding this from us?
Yeah, everybody was so offended that we hid this for 3 months. That's a normal amount of time that people hide a pregnancy.
So I think why people wait like 6 to 8 week mark to tell like family, and then like 12 week mark to tell public, like socials and stuff, is because miscarriages are a thing, and like you want to see the health of the baby and like let the baby develop. From our knowledge, that's pretty common.
Wasn't question, statement. You're pregnant.
That's all they said?
Yeah, you're pregnant.
Correct.
All right, next
Correct.
one. This person's asking, can you eat noodles, donuts, ice cream, chocolate, and ice cream?
I love you, Jackie Javal.
I feel like I've eaten all of that in one day at some point during this pregnancy so far.
I have eaten more ice cream and chocolate and donuts than her, that's for sure.
This is kind of growth, but I've been less of a chocolate fan because I threw up some chocolate pie pretty early on in pregnancy. So chocolate's not been a go-to craving.
She's been like rotating through all of the fast food chains because once she throws it up, she can't have it for like another 3 weeks.
I do that. I say stop talking.
I'm like, what's one you haven't had? In-N-Out or Jack in the Box or whatever.
Next question.
Stupid.
Do you think your youngest brother is going to be a good uncle?
No.
I think while the kid is under 5, probably not. I think
Once the kid can play video games, yeah.
once the kid can play video games, skateboard, go on adventures outside, yes.
Josh is gonna watch this and be so offended.
Josh is gonna take them on fun adventures.
Will you guys do a baby reveal video to Daisy and Poppy?
Yes.
I think we've talked about our plan is to board the pups while we are giving birth,
Or have someone watch them.
so that whenever we come home, they're not here immediately. And then we'll give the baby a few days to get adjusted, and then we'll bring the pups home. And we'll film that.
Who do you think is gonna be the good cop, bad cop?
Oh my gosh. Well, I think wrong philosophy, but I do think if it's a girl, I think I will have a hard time being the one to discipline, and I think I would definitely lean on Keeley more. And if it's a boy, I think Keeley will have a harder time disciplining, and it'll be me.
I
that
think
has to do
I'm
more
the
of
yes
that.
parent. I think I'm the one that's gonna be like,
I just
yes,
think
no
like
problem.
I just think like my little girl bats her eyes at me, and like I'm gonna be like, I don't know, yeah, sure, you can have whatever you want, you know, and like Keeley's gonna be the one to be like,
They're gonna be
no.
watching this in 5-10 years and be like, what do you mean? I don't bat my eyes and get whatever I want.
Well, they'll show this back to me, I guess. I don't.
And with that note, thanks for watching.
Watch this video or this one.